Well, hello everybody. This is Martin here. Today is Wednesday, February the 9th, and it's around 4 o'clock and 10 minutes. And just about an hour and 30 minutes ago, we did not have any snow whatsoever. So it just slowly but surely came in. About an hour ago, started what we see right now as snow. So it's hard to believe about 90 minutes ago, there was absolute no snow on the ground. Again, by 2:45, slightly snow shower, and this is now the effect of snow that's been coming down the last 90 minutes. And I'm going to give a little quick overview here. On the street, east side of Nashville, Dickerson Rd, and it's coming down fairly steady. Traffic just slowed down pretty much almost instantly, and it looks like it has been doing this now almost like off and on for days. It's just hard to imagine that an hour and a half ago there was no snow whatsoever laying on the ground. And I'll make myself a little bit now on the way to the grocery store, dollar store so to speak, to pick up some milk, and we're just simply going to see how this is working out on the sidewalks here in East Nashville, approaching Dickerson Road. And again, it's February the 9th, a little bit after 4 o'clock 15 minutes, February the 9th in 2011. And this has just came in pretty much about an hour and a half ago. Steady, just barely about an hour. And this is what we're dealing with right now. And let's see, everything is, that was my hand, getting a steady grip going. And hope the lens is not getting too much of an impact, but this is definitely some serious snowstorm here. And we're talking about Nashville, Tennessee, east of Nashville, right here on Dickerson Road. And as you can see, everybody, the traffic is slowly but surely. Okay, now everybody, it's 5:33, and we're looking just about 2.5 hours later after the complete disaster just started. And it's just now basically a couple of minutes later since we've been out in here, and the traffic still looks like what it is. We're looking here at a little gas truck, and somebody's entertaining himself highly with some boom bam boom. And here again, a good idea when we look at the bus right here from Gaylord Opperland, just to see how long it will take this guy now to really merge into the slow ongoing traffic. And we're going to look at this light up there. That gives us a good idea what the intensity is of the snow. Still is. You know, we're not even having an actual storm anymore like we had it before, and it's just now light snow that will be forecasted to be lasting for the rest of the night. And this is definitely giving us a record amount of snow. Definitely looks like a nice little bitty carnival on the streets, huh? Everybody's joining in while the tickets are free.
Yes, while the getting is good.
Yeah. Interesting is this by now, actually, when you got snow on the ground and the wind is blowing too hard, you actually realize also one thing, that the temperatures are not as bad anymore. It's not as cold as it was before when it actually started.
Right.
So you can actually see how this whole thing works as isolation. Pretty nice. And you can see now our bus here finally has made it. Not really quite sure how much else on his way to Opperland he's going to get on it, because he's just...
it's going to take a while.
Yeah, he just drove out of his depot, while normally at most time the bus is driving into this depot. So, might be just call in to pick up some people or something.
This is wild. Look how bad the streets are getting.
Yeah. I mean, here we're getting a good idea. Here's a little space in between roads, and it's the minutes is just a couple seconds when no car is passing over. You can see it's loading it right back in. The nighttime tonight is going to be real interesting when the traffic slows down and overnight.
Right.
Yep.
It's going to be.
The school is out, that is for sure. So we can already add ourselves into the game. This is one time I'm definitely going to be right on the school closings.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, they have recently shut down the schools for way less than that. And,
So you
yeah. You got it, my friend.
I've got one, buddy.
Take care, everybody. You're hanging tight. Make it home safe. I'm going to crawl home. And this is exactly now what's going to happen here. They're going back to work. Our buddy is right here. That was Mr. Paul here, the hopefully probably future assistant manager here from this dollar store. There happened to be his car, and there happened to be a lonesome shopping buggy. There's a little Dollar General store, just to give you an idea of how much traffic they have seen here lately, which is not too much. And this road is basically now just covered in. Gives you a little idea of how quick it can load up. And this is just from the beginning here. There was nobody coming in traffic whatsoever. I'm going to take my hands down a little bit to get on the roadside with me and get on this walking path. And we're now walking the same way back in. Nice and battery powered. I was able to get in the meantime at the dollar store another battery pack. I'm so glad this happened here, as battery earlier has shut down. And we're just seeing this entire thing on this way up. And again, more stop than go. And we see a couple footprints here. Cars are still moving on in. And yeah, some people always try for the best. Cars sitting here sideways, evidently trying to skip over the lanes. Again, this is around 5:40, approaching time, 5:40 in the afternoon, in the evening, on February the 9th, 2011, Nashville, Tennessee, on the east side of Dickerson Road here. Ongoing traffic is coming slow and very slow towards Old Hickey Boulevard, passing me on down, and we can definitely see how the snow has built up on the ground. You can even see on the roads right now how the snow has thickened up. There's a slight little layer on the road right now. And every little bit you stunt in the wrong direction can actually lead into some kind of a, well, little disaster, I would say so. It's definitely good powder, thick snow. I can definitely tell by the way I'm walking here. It's building up steady under my feet. And on this road right over here, there's normally a big gasp, just to give you an idea, which has completely disappeared. And it gives you somewhat of an idea. The forecast was supposed to be 2 to 3 inches, and I had to say myself laughingly, this was not going to be the case. Not with a cloud like this hidden our way. And from now on up, this is pretty much a reference all over the so-called Deep South. I mean, we know it now that this has been impacted into Alabama, all of Tennessee, and most likely into Kentucky, into the whole southeastern states. And as we are looking down there, we saw earlier some ambulances already coming by. This is now going to be more tricky because, you know, you have emergencies, vehicles trying to pass by. They are normally driving on the middle of the road, but now they have to find themselves a whole new pathway. There's some truck passing by. Probably will have no problem tonight finding business. And here we are. Here's our fire truck making a steady approach. And then all this time, actually, we see just now the second bus coming up, second metro transit bus, number 23 here on Dickerson Rd. There was one earlier, but up until then there was no bus to be seen, period. It's kind of like interesting now to see how many people are now even stranded on bus stops, waiting on some buses to come by, which are now happen more likely back to back. And here you see the car stranded. Here we got our bus, not even loaded that much with people. And we gotta see a stranded car. So the man got no other chances but to stand there and wait it out. I'm not quite sure if there's any truck anytime soon coming up approaching, but he's definitely taking us a road. In the meantime, this is I don't know if you can see the street sign, Sunset Drive. This is about as good as it's going to be right now. There will be no traffic to be expected on this roadside here anytime soon. No way up, no way down. Sunset Drive, corner Dickerson Rd. Here's a car that's stopped. Apartment complex right down here, which is Hillhurst. That road is now completely under snow. So kind of like making it up and down will be definitely a test, even for trucks. And again, this is really Dickerson Rd here, east side of Nashville, Tennessee, and we've gotten pretty much powdered in as we speak. And I'm not quite sure if this is by some cause accumulation that has to be happened here from the inside, but they got the windows open. Hopefully not because of a mechanical failure, but who knows. The temperatures are really quite steady. I checked just a couple seconds ago. We're looking at 24 degrees right now. And it feels like temperature probably is in around the teens. Ain't no doubts. And I'm gonna make my way right now across this area here that is normally like a little parking lot. Buses and cars can usually turn around, but it's completely covered in snow. And steady as she goes, we can definitely say that. We are completely still with stop and go traffic. It's getting a little darker now, and of course from a little camcorder right here, a little challenge, since we're not able to record in HD right now. This is just the next best closest thing right there. We're getting close to 6 o'clock. What helps a little bit though is the fact that we have some good snow on the ground, which reflects the light pretty good. And this is now a good shot now from the stoplight right here on Hard Lane on Dickerson Rd. Kind of like where our house is, and all the way down the street on Dickerson Rd to the other end, far, far in the distance, which were now very hard to figure out.